Welcome to another installment of the Solopreneur Movement podcast. My name is Dr. Bruce Lund. I'm the founder director of 90 Day Sales Manager, and of course, the host of the Solopreneur Movement. A solopreneur is any individual person who is solely in charge of their sales, their service, their marketing, and all of this is a mindset. And this week, I want to help you focus on the 13-week year. You know, this is a concept that has really changed my life. Obviously, I run my business in 90-day cycles. And it allows me to be laser focused every single day, week, month, quarter, wash, rinse, and repeat. It's not how we start, it's how we finish the year. We are now in the fourth quarter, and we still have championships to go out there and win and earn. So let's have a great week in this podcast. All right, my friends, we are in the fourth quarter officially. So as of this recording, it is Monday, October the 3rd. And every first Monday of every quarter, we start our new 13 weeks. And there's a concept called the 12-week year that is out there that was in existence before I launched my business, 90 Day Sales Manager, that I didn't know about. But essentially, I buy into that same belief. Our system is tied to 13 weeks. So I really do, instead of annualized planning and goal setting, I break it down into 13 weeks. So it's like a 13-week year, and I reset at zero every single day, every single week, every single month, every single quarter within this process, okay? And the reason that I choose to do this is, number one, things change. I mean, things change so quickly in today's world. The new normal is basically that nothing is ever normal, right? Like that is the new normal. And there's a concept called periodization. Periodization is a term used in athletics, which is to say, like we have our busy season and then maybe we have our off seasons. But I choose to run my business every 13 weeks to where like I'm on fire. Let's go. I reset at zero every single day and really create that sense of urgency, right? Because annualized goal setting, a lot of times is like, oh, we have all year, right? We have so much time to go get this done. And I don't mind a little bit of eustress. Eustress is like a positive reinforcement. It's a positive accountability where, you know what, I need to go out there. I do need to create a sense of urgency. And so that's really what I'm talking about here when you talk about the 12-week year or the 13-week year. But essentially, we're in the fourth quarter. And here's what I know from athletics. I'm a former college athlete, and having played 3 sports in high school, I love me some athletics, okay? But what I've learned through athletics is that championship teams are made in the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the fourth quarter of games is when the real cream of the crop rise to the top. And so that's really what we're focused on here. It's the fourth quarter. A lot of us have had an up and down year and a roller coaster of emotions and different things that are going on. However, it's not how we start, it's how we finish. So how are we going to finish this year strong? What are you going to be committed to? What are you going to be disciplined to? Right? Because what you do right now, talk about lead and lag indicators, what you do today, Monday, October the 3rd, will show forth on Monday, January the 2nd or the 3rd, whatever that first Monday in January is. And so that is really the mindset that I'm in. Every single day of this quarter will show forth the success in the first quarter for next year. And so I want to be off to the races next year when a lot of people have hit cruise control and they're, stressed and overwhelmed. And listen, the fourth quarter, as much as I love, October is what? It's Halloween. November is my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving. And then, of course, we have December, which is full like the most stressful time of the year. Everybody says it's like the most wonderful time of the year, but the reality is it's the most stressful because we have so many things that are going on. And so I bring this up to you because every 13 weeks, again, I look at my entire quarter coming up and I say, okay, what events do I have on the calendar? What do I have coming up? And then how do I create a sense of urgency around all that? And, it's very exciting for me because my sister's getting married this next weekend. And my dad is no longer with us. So I have the honor and the privilege to walk my sister down the aisle. So that is something to look forward to. And I cannot wait for that, right? We need to have these little mini vacations, these little things to look forward to at all times. However, with that being said, I also have to create a sense of urgency now because what do I know? I'm going to be gone for 3, 4, 5 days. And when you run your 13-week as a year, then you really look at that. It's like, okay, well, I have 13 weeks. Every single day then, guys, is almost like a week if you really start to look at it that way. And so that creates that sense of urgency for me. But I just know this. I want to give all of you permission to have a dominant focus over these next 13 weeks, personally and professionally. Keep it simple, stupid. Essentialism. What is the highest use of my time every single day to go out there and achieve the results that I want to hit? And so you need to get laser focused on what does that look like for you. So for me, laser focus is 10 outbound sales activities every single day. And I'm not saying that they have to be phone calls, but to me, like that's the benchmark that I want to hit for me when it comes to my professional development. 10 outbound activities tied to new business. Okay. And so I just wake up and I go after that. And then everything else that I'm getting hit in all these different directions, I need to learn how to say no to. And so that's the concept I really want for all of you is we have to stay consistent to the process. The process must almost always be followed and the price must always be paid. And the majority of us spend 80% of our time in low value activities. And then we spend 20% of our time in high value activities. I'm trying to flip that script. And so that's really what I want for all of you. But just understand the fourth quarter, especially, it's not how we start, it's how we finish. Let's not limp across the finish line. I want you to spend time with family and friends. I want you to go do the things that you enjoy with the people who matter the most. But I also understand that, you know what? We're not done. We're not across the finish line. We still have some big things to go out there and do. And the fourth quarter, quite frankly, for many people is the most stressful time. It could be the most frustrating time. It could be all those different kinds of things, right? Sorry, my alarm is going off here. It is time for me to move on to the next task. So that was my little reminder here. But the 13-week year is just one of those things. This is how I choose to run my business and run my life, is 13 weeks at a time. I set a dominant focus, both personally and professionally. And then from there, every single day, I'm getting closer. I'm either doing things that get me closer to those goals or I'm doing things that are not. So I want to give you permission to say no to things. I want to give you permission to decide to cut out things that are not getting you closer to your end goals. And at the very least, what I want you to do is go out there and have fun. Go out there and do the things that you enjoy with the people who matter the most. Have a long obedience in the same direction. But with all of this being said, guys, you have to have a dominant focus. You have to have a laser focus every single day. I want to go out there and I want to do this. And then there are non-negotiables for you to go do that. There's going to be obstacles along the way. There's going to be priorities that you're going to need to make to other people and other things. But there's going to be sacrifices that you have to make. And at the end of the day, the process must always be followed and the price must always be paid. Many private victories always precede major public victories. So starting out for every single quarter, I like to do Jerry Seinfeld's concept of don't break the chain. What is the dominant focus that I want to go out there and hit? And then every single day that I do that, give myself an X, give myself an X, give myself an X. But we have 13 weeks to finish this year strong. 13 weeks to go out there and not limp across the finish line. It's not how we start, it's how we finish. So go out there, guys. You have big things to do. You have people to impact. You're really good at what you do. People are leaning on you. They need you for a source of information. They need you for confidence. They need you for the knowledge. They need you for your desire. They need you for all these different things. So we have to consistently show up every single quarter. And my mission or vision statement is I'm chasing my potential, and hopefully along the way, I'm inspiring others to reach theirs. And there's going to be things that I need to recommit to. There's going to be things that I need to cut out. But at the end of the day, every single day, it's that long obedience in the same direction. And I just know that I'm going to get a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And what I do today is going to shine through 90 days from now. So go out there and let's have a great quarter and follow this 13-week concept. And I promise you, it's going to change the way that you see your day-to-day business. I go to bed tired. I wake up hungry every single day. I reset at 0.